Hey, bro, you think your girl gonna say anything negative about you?
Bro, I think she's throwing me under the bus.
Tacos con todo.
Oh, are those tacos? You better believe they're tacos.
Let's get taco. Who would have thought they'd have tacos here?
You realize that's probably a Camel ass taco.
Told my wife I wouldn't drink tonight.
Give me one of those famous giant beers I heard so much about.
What's against your lips? It's so good. Start the episode already. What are we doing?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Talks with Beer. I'm Alfie.
And I'm your boy Phil. And if you are watching us on YouTube, we ask that you please subscribe and hit that like button and that follow button so that way you get notified every time we drop a new episode. Also, if you're also listening to us on Spotify, all those other good listening platforms, make sure you hit the follow button on that so that way you too can be notified every time we drop a new episode.
And please hit that like button.
Ding, 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 ding.
What's up, bro? We're back.
We're back again.
We're like chlamydia. We just won't go away. We're back in here recording another episode for you guys. Sorry we didn't
we haven't uploaded.
We haven't uploaded in a little bit, but we're back. So
we're back.
You know.
Life hits us,
Yeah.
just like chlamydia. Life, it just hits you out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and,
and you gotta
you're having a
deal with
good
it.
time. You're going through a rhythm, and then boom, it just shows up, and you're just like, damn it.
Yeah, dude. It's just like
Or is that herpes?
I think herpes is
think
kind of
it's
for
herpes.
life. Yeah, herpes is for life, bro. You can't.
No,
if you
y'all
get
are
it,
like in a relationship, whether you
Yeah.
like it or not.
It might disappear and then it'll show up again.
Is that like marriage?
Is that what you do with marriage? You disappear for a while?
My feelings.
No, dude, it's like it's been kind of a couple interesting couple days, man. You know, the cryptocurrency market seems to be going kind of crazy.
I know people. I mean, if you are on social media, you've heard it everywhere, and people are kind of like, "What is that? What is it? I don't know." Or dog. People thought you used to call it Dogecoin,
Doji.
Bitcoin. You know, everything. You know, if you're living under a rock and you're not about that money, you know, then this is
Dude,
probably not
I think
for you.
Bitcoin was up to like almost 64,000 at one
That's a
point. I was
record.
like, dang, dude, that made a couple millionaires for sure overnight.
They're saying they did this a little chart that if you invested $1,000 in Bitcoin back in 2016, you probably would have about $216,000 right now. And so they went through a bunch of like other cryptocurrencies that if you would have invested it, and then Dogecoin, if you would have put $1,000 back in 2016, you would right now would be a millionaire.
Jesus,
You would be a millionaire. And
Yeah,
I've seen
guess
some
I missed
people
the
hit a
boat on
million.
that one.
Yeah, but you know, if
You know what though? I put some money into it, and I did get pretty excited. You know, once it started going up, once it started hitting like 42, 43, I think what was it like the highest was like
cents?
42 cents.
yeah, it's like
I was
back,
like, oh
back
my God.
back in January, it was only
Cash out.
it was only worth like 0.0015672. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like penny stocks. So you throw like $1,000 in there, you could have got you a couple coins. Now,
Yeah.
you know, you could have got you a good maybe 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 coins. And right now, the way it's going crazy, they're saying like it could hit $1 by the summer. And if you hit $1 and you put like $1,000 back in
Woo,
in January,
man.
you're going to be able to pay off your house.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what
I
I'm
have a
waiting
buddy
for.
who didn't spend in that much. You know, it was only a couple dollars,
Mm-hmm.
and at some point when it hit that 42, he was pretty close to a 10K for those couple dollars, and I'm just like, we missed the boat, man.
No, I didn't miss the boat. I'm on the boat. I'm actually in the captain's seat. Shit. You got me about fucked up. I'm in the captain's seat wearing the captain hair.
So it wasn't just it's not just Dogecoin. It's Ethereum, right?
Ethereum
was
Classic.
going
A lot of Bitcoins, a lot of cryptocurrencies have been going up. And a lot of people are like, what is cryptocurrency? What is cryptocurrency? Like, what can you do? You can't buy anything with it. It's
Oh,
just,
yes, you can.
you know, a lot of marketplaces are now allowing certain cryptocurrencies to be purchased. Like the new
Right.
Tesla is allowing Bitcoin
Yeah,
to be
that's true.
bought.
Because then
Mark Cuban, we're the only, and the Dallas Mavericks are the only team ever to actually accept Dogecoin coins as a payment.
That is pretty cool, man. So
So-
you could actually buy your tickets. You could buy your
You could buy Mavericks
Mavericks
gear,
gear.
anything with Dogecoin. So if you got now, people are like, "Oh, how do you get it? How do you get it?" Well, first you got to get a crypto wallet. You know, you can get them on Amazon. They're like $50. Now, remember, I don't know if you remember people who've listening to us. We talked about that one guy who doesn't remember his password, lost out on
right.
Bitcoin. He
Yeah.
lost about $220 million.
fuck.
And he said that he was just gonna go at peace with it.
Yeah. So then, what are you talking about with the wallet then?
So you have a wallet, you can order on Amazon, and anytime anything that you're connected to, as far as like Robinhood or any kind of other cryptocurrency apps that you're buying your coins on,
Yeah.
you can actually hook them up to your crypto wallet. So let's say something crazy happens to like the apps or the market that it somehow crashes, you have no access to your coins because you don't have them. But if you buy a crypto wallet, you do have your coins. So you can carry your coins on you. But the problem is you have to set up a certain keyword or password. And this is what the guy was talking about. The one who lost 220 million, he had one. But it's a certain password. It's like a bunch of keys and letters and numbers that you have to remember. And they don't give you a second chance. They don't. It's not like a email password.
It's not like resetting your email password.
No, it's not. So if you lose that, you lose it all. You know, because it's a digital wallet.
Well, I also know that Robinhood allows you to get a card, so you can actually spend your money.
Yeah, they give you a debit card.
Yeah, so you get a debit card. You can order at least you get a debit card, and
Yeah,
you
but
know,
I think
you
the
go shopping
transaction
with
fees and all that's a little bit more high. But
yeah, obviously you're gonna have
I
to
want
pay
that
for transaction
yeah,
fees and
I
all
just
that
want
stuff.
that hoe to hit I just want that shit to hit the bank. You know, I want to be able to look at my bank account and be
we're-
like all those commas.
Yeah, I want to be able to pay off my cars and a house, and you know.
At this rate, let's just say that with the amount of money Dogecoin has given me, I'm able to pay, if I wanted to cash out right now, I could probably pay off all my credit card debt. Like all my credit card debts, you know, some of my wife's student loans, you know, but I'm just, you know, if I did it right now, but right now I'm looking for the future, bro. I want to pay off my house. If I pay off my house, you know, that's an accomplishment because I just bought my house.
Oh, hell
I just got a house like 2 years ago. So
yeah, I know, man.
I mean, less than a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
So,
that would be awesome, man. Like not having to worry about paying your mortgage and you know.
Dogecoin,
Dude, that's another thing, right? So it's like there's so many people moving into Texas right now, and it's because this state is open, right?
Yeah.
So
Open
you can
market.
say that a lot of people are moving from California, but the thing is, a lot of people have been moving from all over the states into Texas for a while now, just because of the what is it? Just because our economy is so high, you know, people want to come here. There's a lot of jobs that are opening up, but I think this is kind of like a fake bubble that it's only right now. If the problem is, if you're trying to buy a house, you know, you got people that are selling their houses in California again, like they're coming in with like 500,000 cash, you know, and they're just straight up buying these $250,000-$300,000 houses. So you're over here with your 20 grand, like trying to get a house, and they're not even looking at you. You know, they're like, oh, we got these people there. They're buying this shit cash. Homie. It's like,
what the bank wants you to get a loan from them because that's how they make their money.
Yeah, but also as you selling it, you know, you're guaranteed to get that money like that, you know? So that's the problem with people that are coming in right now trying to get, but this is what I'm saying. I think right now it's kind of bad, but especially people are looking to buy a house. So, but I feel like within a year, once, you know, everybody's starting to get vaccinated, obviously you and I haven't turned into zombies. So I think
No, not yet. I've already got my last dose. I've got my final dose of, Pfizer.
Yeah,
I took
Hey,
mine.
that was another thing, right? So the
Johnson & Johnson.
the Johnson & Johnson
got
vaccine.
cut.
Yeah, they got rid of it because I guess like 3 or 4 people got blood clots.
6 women got blood clots.
Okay, so out of how many million people?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, I guess that's why they're trying to do an investigation to where, you know, what did these women have prior to these blood clots? Like,
Yeah.
you know, you can't just say, oh, these 6 women is blood clots causing a Pfizer. There had to be some kind of other medical things going on with them to cause that, you know?
Yeah.
So for them to pull it, I mean, you can't be, look, it's kind of like, you can't be scared. I used to be scared. I used to be scared of the shot, you know? You know, and I was the one that was kind of like, I'm not getting this fucking shot. You know, that was me. But now that I got it, now I'm just kind of like, fuck this. I'm going to Walmart without a mask. I can kiss my ass. I'm vaccinated. You know?
Yeah, dude. And then, you know, I've had COVID, so I already had the antibodies. They're like, why do you even want to get a shot? I'm like, look, man, if we're going to go back to just having some kind of normal world again, it's like, just everybody just go take your fucking shot. Get it? Yeah. It's two shots right now. I think the CDC came out with a statistic saying that you will, within maybe 6 or 7 months, you would have to take one more.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
if you have the Pfizer.
Yeah, the Pfizer.
That you have to get
take a third.
And I'm just like, I don't know. I might just say fuck that third one. Because I mean, my arm was sore. I did take a lot. I did take Tylenol. I mean, I was, you know, just so, you know, they're saying it's gonna make you feel groggy. So I was like, I'm gonna take Tylenol. I'm gonna pump myself with some vitamin C, and I'm gonna carry on about my day. Which, you know, I was pretty good.
Yeah,
you know?
that's your body, you know, going through the response of creating antibodies because you introduce like dead virus or whatever the hell, you know. So it's like your body creating the antibodies. So that's what's creating to make.
If my body's good, then fuck this mask. You know, I'm not wearing it. You know, there's a couple places that opened up.
No, well, you know, and also with the vaccine too. I don't know. I'm sure everybody should know by now. But if you don't have insurance, you don't have to pay for it. The vaccine is free. It was inside the you know, the stimulus package that they signed last time. It's there. So even if you don't have insurance, the 2 shots are free. So you don't have to pay for it. So go ahead and sign, especially here in Texas, just sign up. Within after signing up, I think 2 or 3 days later, they were already calling me to come in and do it.
I'm still waiting for my tail to grow. Like Goku.
And, you know, it's free. So you do it. If you have insurance, they'll pay for it. If you don't, it's still paid for.
Yeah. So with the new shots going on, back to the Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
I think these women had other medical issues going on with them to create this blood clot, and then they actually pulled the whole Johnson & Johnson shot to, I guess, do some investigation on it, which sucks because I'm pretty sure people who are lined up to get the second dose of the Johnson & Johnson, they're like, yeah.
What do we do? Yeah.
You know, just scrap them off.
You're just kind of freaking out now. You're like, oh my God, what's going to happen now, dude? Yeah, because, you know, I think I didn't get that one because I'd be freaking out too if they start saying shit like that.
Why? Because you're going to fall off?
Right? You're like, oh God, what's going to happen? Am I going to grow an additional thumb or something?
That'd be kind of awesome. Grow additional arm. Well, I already have an additional arm. I would grow another one.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, but well, this is going back to that. It's like, okay, so if they start to open, everything starts to go opening back up. I feel like everybody with coming here is just gonna die off a little bit. The people that showed up are gonna realize that Texas is kind of crazy when it comes to weather. You know, it's really hot.
Welcome
and
to
then
Texas.
It's cold.
We do it bigger.
Right? Shouldn't it be hot right now?
It should be. Well,
but it's cold.
It's cold, but you know, like I said, it's Texas weather.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering, you know, because they're saying that our cases and the COVID cases, it hasn't spiked up and it hasn't went down. It's kind of like we're just kind of sitting there and being average.
Right.
I'm wondering if it would spike up when they were talking about, because, you know, the Texas Rangers were the first ballpark for the first baseball club to actually open up to 100%.
I was there.
So, during opening day?
No, not opening day. I went that Friday, though.
Yeah, you can't talk because this is talking about opening day.
Oh, my bad.
So this is when they sold out.
Yeah.
You know, they're not sold out when you went. They're
No.
not that great.
It was a shitty game, too.
They're all shitty games. You know, we're going to be real. We're going to keep it honest. Anyways, that's a whole different other topic for sports. Anyway, so, but they're trying to see if you know, everything being 100%, if it's going to make our numbers go up higher. Because, you know, being 100%, you can tell anybody, like hardly anybody in that stand was wearing a mask. So we're gonna see these numbers go up higher, and if they don't go higher, then I don't see why we can't just go back to living normal.
You know, and then like it goes back to they do have all the signs saying it's mandatory to wear a mask if you're gonna be walking around, but you know, you're talking hundreds of thousands of people versus a couple of employees there. You're really gonna, you know, how are you gonna get everybody to listen to you and wear the mask?
Now there are some spots who are now not allowing. They're saying the masks are encouraged. That's the new saying now. So you can actually walk into a store without wearing a mask, if you see a sign that says masks are highly encouraged but not recommended. So if you want to go in there, it's one of those, if you can go in there, wear a mask. If you don't have to. They're not going to kick you out. I know Walmart's like that. See, me and my wife have that issue because I wanted to walk in Walmart without a mask because I hate going somewhere. I'm like, fuck, I forgot my mask. Where's my mask? And I'm like, I'm vaccinated. I've got the zombie virus. I'm good. Fuck this. Fuck this mask.
Yeah.
But my wife's like, my wife hasn't gotten the shots yet. But just because she's so busy at work, that's a whole other different story. But, it's like, how do we look? One's wearing a mask, one's not wearing a mask.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that a lot. I see couples coming in and where I'll see like the chick wearing a mask and the dude not wearing a mask, or the other way around where the dude's wearing a mask, she's not wearing a mask. What are you gonna do?
Right? I want to see that
fucking
argument.
Mask police. I'm not gonna be like, sir, where's your goddamn mask?
I'm gonna stick this mask up your ass if you don't.
Yeah, dude, you don't want to. You don't want to be in that situation with anybody.
Yeah. Well,
Telling
hopefully I
people
get to pop off on this Dogecoin money, so that way I can just create my own business.
Yeah, and talk about Doge. One of the dudes has been talking a lot about it is Elon Musk. The creator,
Elon Musk,
the creator of Tesla. Which I don't know if you saw recently. 2 people today, I think early in the morning, died here in Texas in a Tesla because nobody was driving that shit.
What is a self-driving car?
Yeah, okay, so the car spun. It was supposed to make a turn. It didn't, and it hit a tree, and the car lit on fire. It took over 4 hours and 30 gallons of water to, to
put the fire out?
Yeah, to put the fire out. Why? Because those batteries kept reigniting themselves back. The fire department got on the phone with Tesla because they wanted advice on how to put this thing out, because they couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, we got 2 people burning inside. How do we put this out?
Well, those people, they're dead and they didn't make it. But at the same time, dude, they tell you self-driving does not mean you do not stop operating the vehicle. You could sit there and, drive, but you're supposed to still be there. And this dude was sitting on the passenger.
I don't have a Tesla. I'm not fortunate enough to have a Tesla to fucking know.
I'm not saying I have one, but as far as the specs of that thing is supposed to be, you're supposed to be driving it at all times.
So what did they? Were they out in the bar or whatnot drinking? They got hammered. They're like, "Fuck, we got a designated driver. It's a Tesla. It's gonna drive herself."
That's not clear yet because this just happened today. I mean, it happened yesterday around 9 p.m. So all the details aren't still out for it. But it was the dude was sitting on the passenger seat in the front, and then there's somebody in the back, but nobody was on the driver's side.
Yeah, Elon Musk was.
They're like, we're gonna drive. We're fucked up. You know what? That might be the reason, right? Because it's like, hey, dude, we're fucked up. Technically, if we get pulled over, we're not driving.
I'm saying
we're not gonna get a DWI. It's like shit.
We're
bro,
not driving.
I'm
It's a
hammered.
Tesla. It's driving itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch out, Uber, because Tesla's gonna start taking your jobs. Well, not this one because this one caught on fire.
I was hammered on Friday, but I had a driver, so I was good.
It wasn't Tesla.
No, it wasn't a Tesla. Hey guys, we're taking a break to talk to you about Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Me and Phil did it, you can too. And the best part, it's free. Anchor hosts our podcast. And I don't know if you noticed, but we didn't start sounding great until we switched to Anchor. They have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast. And honestly, the best part is Anchor will distribute your podcast on everything: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money, guys. Trust me, Anchor is everything you need. Anchor. Yo, man. So we're here today with my girlfriend, Jacqueline.
Hey.
Hi.
See, last time we had my wife on the show, and I got like bombarded with questions and almost got punched in the face. Now it's your guys' turn.
No, I'm definitely not getting bombarded with any questions.
Oh, that's what you think.
She's the one who got bombarded and got hit. She's recently in a freaking car accident.
What happened?
A lady ran a red light.
What? Where were you
and
at?
Took me out. I was in the Alliance area, the Heritage Trace and the access road of 35 going north. Yeah.
Is Fort Worth a lot of traffic?
Oh my god.
Tons
yeah.
and construction.
I remember I used to live out here in Fort
everywhere.
Worth, and I hated traffic. Traffic is like crazy. I thought Dallas was bad, but Fort Worth is like on a whole different other level. It's like almost close to Austin.
It's growing.
It's
constantly.
So everybody needs to stay in California. Alfonso.
Hey, you know, they're messing with all the what is it, like they're redoing 35, and it's like they're not even expanding the highway. All they're doing is adding toll roads, and then it's just fucking everybody's commute up to work.
Yeah.
Because this is what this one was doing. You know, she was on the way to work. We're talking on the phone. You know, we're just having a conversation, talking shit about people. You know, how we usually do.
Nice.
And so out of nowhere, all I hear is like,
Right.
all I hear is just a thunk, and then I'm like, what?
Are you on FaceTime?
No. We're just talking
just
on the
talking?
phone. Yeah, you know, I
Hands
just
free.
like- yeah.
Hands free.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be clear, she wasn't. You know, she's got
It's
a
not
modern
on the
vehicle,
phone.
so it doesn't.
Okay, so it's Bluetooth. It's not like my vehicle. You know, you got to hold it to your phone and then hold it in your lap.
Yeah. So you know, she's just like, all I hear is a thunk, like thunk, and I'm like, hello, babe, hello, and then you know, you hear the emergency system kick in. It's like, accident detected. Emergency services are being contacted, and I'm just kind of sitting there going like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, did I hit something right? Because I'm tripping. I still don't know what's going on, and then out of nowhere, the call drops, and I was like, holy shit. I start freaking the fuck out, you know, because I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, she was in a fucking wreck. You know, it's like, I'm fucking freaking out. I'm trying to call her back. I called her like 10 times. She wouldn't fucking answer. And I was like, what'd I do? I was like, I'm at work, right? I'm like, okay. So I called her sister. And her sister's like, what? I was like, dude, I think Jacqueline was just in a huge accident. And she was like, oh my God, what did I do? I was like, I don't know. We're both like, what did we do? And she's like, okay, hold on. I'm going to run over and I'm going to talk to mom. Cause you know, her sister works with her mom.
Yeah.
And then they're freaking out, you know, and she's telling her mom what's going on. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, do you know where she's at? She's like, is there a way that you can track her phone? I was like, no, I don't, you know, we don't do that. So
Did she?
We don't track it.
Y'all need to start doing that now. When it happened, were you like in a standstill or were you going and it just happened instantly?
Taken off.
Really?
The light had just turned green, and
Yeah.
I looked to my right and my left, and I took off. And
Like how like it's crazy how like in a split second that happens.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
didn't
'cause,
see
like 1
her
minute you're here and
at
the
all.
second minute you're like gone.
Yeah.
You know, in an instant like that, like did you black out?
several times.
Really?
Yeah, I was more worried about dying from an epileptic seizure than the actual accident itself. But I was in shock.
So
you know,
when it hit
so-
you, where did she hit you at? Did she hit you on your passenger side or driver's
Yeah,
side?
the right front passenger side,
Oh.
and she spun me in a circle to the
Really?
left, and then the right rear passenger side of my car then hit the back of her car.
Like when you're conscious when everything was happening, or you kind of like
Yeah.
you're in and out, in and out.
I was conscious at first, and then I started going in and out.
Really? Do you remember like everybody like rushing to you or anything like that?
I do. The first two people were not helpful at all, but
Really?
yeah, a woman came and I just, you know, it was hard because I didn't have any energy to talk, and every
Yeah.
time I did talk, I started to pass out. Like,
Oh,
my head
man.
was tingling, I was seeing stars, and I was blacking out.
Do you remember like when was the last
So-
time like when like an ambulance came? Was it like a quick second or is like
No, it took them forever.
Really?
It was in the middle of rush hour
Oh
traffic.
man, that's terrible. And you said this was like right in the corner of just in a regular busy highway or a busy intersection.
Yeah.
Wow.
dude, and you know what's crazy is like she's in and out of the hospital really fast. So you know, it's like I had to go meet her, and we ended somehow. You know, I showed you the pictures of the car, how
Yeah.
bad it looked. I was thinking like this is gonna be horrible, you know.
Yeah.
But the fact that she called me back and I answered the phone, and you know, she had just been
That's
like
always a
the
relief.
airbag. Yeah, the airbag blew up in her face, so that's why she was seeing stars. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like the punch of it. And so she's just like, I'm in a lot of pain. I feel like somebody just like threw me through a wall. And I was like, oh my, what do I do? I was like, what do you want me? What do I do? She's like, well, you can't do anything right now. They already called the ambulance, so they're coming to pick me up. And I was like, as long as like, just let me know immediately where you think they're going to take you or wherever, you know, so we can keep everybody in the loop, you know. And then her brother-in-law immediately was at the scene pretty much like 5 minutes later because he worked around the area where the accident happened.
Yeah.
So he's the one who took pictures of the accident because he just missed her by a little bit. So he was asking the cops, like what happened. And, the cops were like, well, she's pretty banged up, but she's fine, or like she seems to be okay.
That's crazy because like in that situation where especially when you're on the phone, it's kind of like it's you feel kind of helpless.
Yeah.
And you're
Bro, I could not concentrate at work, man. I was so fucking...
I bet not.
I was like, what I do, so I text my boss and I was like, dude, I'm going to finish what I'm doing right here and then I'm getting the fuck out of here because I got to go figure out what's going on, I was like... she was like really worried about passing out. I was like, just don't have a seizure. And
and you really can't tell somebody, hey, don't have a seizure.
Hey.
Okay, I'll have it in a minute. Just hurry up. You can't do that.
This lady, that's what I asked her. I begged her to please don't let me fall asleep because my body kept wanting to shut down.
Yeah.
And so she did. She kept me awake. And
Right.
because that's what I was scared about. I kind of had to breathe through all of it and like count and talk to myself.
In a situation like that, do you start feeling like sleepy? Like it's kind of like you're
Yeah,
exhausted.
it was like
and then
my-
you're just
yes.
like, I'm trying to. I want to go to sleep, but then it's like stay up because that's you actually passing out.
Well, I had to actually pay attention and consider what was most important
Yeah.
to say because it took so much energy to talk, to communicate at all.
Yeah. Did you? You didn't have any of your kids, did you?
No, thank God.
No. Did you? Do you take your kids to school in the morning, or do they ride the bus?
My son, yes, but my daughter rides the bus. But she's usually who rides in the front.
Oh,
so
man. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
See, I remember back in 2019. This is like in November, and this is the day Disney Plus got released because I remember that. I was on the way to dropping off my son to school, and I was on my way to work as well, and just instantly, bam, we got hit. And it's scary because like your adrenaline's pumping.
He was there.
Yes, and he was in the back seat in his car seat. So all the airbags deployed, even because we had an SUV at the time. So they have the airbags on top, right on the back. So
Right.
Everything just deployed, and like it's in that split second. It's like when it happens, it's so quick. It's like boom, you get hit, and then like your adrenaline's rushing. Like where am I at? What am I doing? And yeah, I can just imagine you driving, talking to Alfonso, and boom, just happens. You're just like,
Yeah,
what?
dude. We're sitting there at this breakfast place that we go with their family, and I'm just like, can you please stay the fuck away from hospitals? Like, can you just stay out of them?
Because I purposely want to go. I just
Yeah.
love the hospital.
You know what? I tell my wife the same thing. Can you please not get sick? Just don't do it, please. And then I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just women who just like always like get sick all the time. Because like I've only been in the hospital once, and that's back in November.
Right.
And that was it. But my wife, like when she used to get sick, we used to always go to the hospital, or the kids would get sick. We had to take them to the hospital. I'm like, how come I never go in the hospital? Like, what is it that y'all are doing that I'm not? But then boom, I ended up in the hospital. But like,
Yeah.
oh, now
Well, I was
I'm
about to
sick.
say you're staying healthy, but then you weren't.
Yeah.
So I mean, whatever. What was that thing that you went in there for?
Gallbladder.
Oh, the gallbladder.
They took my whole gallbladder.
But
out.
I feel like that's more something that
Just spontaneously happens.
that
just-
can't. I mean, you can't really. There's nothing that you can do, right? Like eat healthier, maybe.
It just happened.
It's just something that's you're just genetically predisposed to it.
I'm just destined to have it.
Yeah, so it was like, one of the things that we've talked about Jacqueline's epilepsy here,
Yeah.
or I've talked about, the stuff that, it's
You did
really
share the
different.
story about what happened when you're on your way to Vegas.
Yeah, on the plane and all
Yeah.
that stuff. It's really different when you hear people say it and then versus experience it and then versus the person who's actually going through it. You
Yeah,
know,
like-
so it's like,
How does that feel? Like, see, my wife
Well-
had a seizure. My wife had seizures in the past. So, and on our side, it's scary. It's like, what do we do? And then so it's last time she had one, the ambulance were just kind of like, you just kind of let them go through it, and it's like, we just felt helpless because it's like we can't, we got to do something,
yeah.
But like on your end, like how does that feel?
There's
like
not
do you
much
know?
you can do.
Do you know when it's coming or?
No, I've only had them whenever I'm asleep, and that's why I was really begging that lady not to let me fall asleep because I wasn't worried about I thought my hips were broken, but really I was more worried about having a seizure from the trauma
Yeah.
of the impact of that than anything else, because you can heal from a broken bone,
Yeah,
but
of course.
if you have a seizure that just takes your life, then that's that.
Yeah.
You know?
So when
yeah.
you're like you said that you have it when you're asleep, right? So how does that feel?
Usually, like when
Like
I'm
what-
stressed out, I have to worry about stuff like that. But
Like, is it something like you're asleep, you're in the middle of a dream, and then boom, it hits? And
no,
then you
I
wake
have
up?
no idea. I just know that it happens while I'm asleep, and I wake up to usually a migraine, and then I get sick, like physically
wow.
ill. Sometimes my equilibrium is off.
Yeah.
I can't walk. Sometimes I can't talk. It just depends
What did the
on
doc-
how difficult, how bad the seizure is.
What do the doctors say? Have they? I mean, I'm pretty sure they ran tests.
Yeah.
Throughout the years.
I mean, they're not really.
Are they too concerned about it, or is it?
There's
more
so
of a,
much we don't know about the brain, but
Yeah. And I was telling my son that we went to the Pearl Museum yesterday, with my kids and my family, and then
Yeah.
we saw one with the human brain. I was telling him, I was like, you realize the human brain is still a mystery. Yeah. Like they still haven't figured out the human brain, and
so
we've been-
complex.
yeah, so. He's like, what? And I was like, yeah, it's that crazy. And it's, you say it now. And I'm like, when I told him, I was like, have they discovered the full brain? I'm just saying that out of my ass. But now you're saying, we don't know so much. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm right.
Yeah, because I mean they can't figure out how to stop this, It's like we don't have any medication that'll stop it. I mean, there is medication that'll prevent it, but to actually, to actually heal it or go through like a surgery that will actually fix it, there's really not anything there's really nothing in medical science that can do that. I mean, not even, I think we talked like it was probably around Halloween last year, we were talking about lobotomies, how there's still like people still do them, you could still do it, but I'm just like, that's crazy that we're still that dumb.
That's
We need to
insane.
go back to the pyramids because they're all in the pyramids. You got to study that.
Yeah, dude, it's like they
Right?
haven't figured it out. They still don't, a lot. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they've mapped about the brain where they figured out like where your sense of taste comes from, or like kids who have like ADD, what they do is like they give you medication to numb the frontal lobe because that's usually what's associated with emotions, But long term, it does do a lot of damage to kids. I know that from first-hand experience because I know some family members that had to go through that as kids,
Yeah.
and it messed with this person quite a bit, and like he had to go to speech therapy. There's a ton of stuff, and it's just, if you decide to medicate kids for something like that with your brain, like the long-term effects, I feel like it's not worth it. You just have to be like, yeah, dude, just go run around like a tornado.
When was your car considered totaled?
Yeah, it was totaled.
Really? Oh, so you got a new car, huh?
And I literally just got it back from the person who rear-ended me in December.
Wow.
Yeah, and yes, I did get a brand new car.
Nice.
I know how many accidents is that, dude. It was like just recently, she was all pissed off because somebody egged her car.
Yeah.
And like it scratched.
Hey, it was the day that the freeze happened, so
Really?
it froze to the side of my
Oh
car.
man. Well, at least you got rid of that car. And,
Right?
that car's long gone. What kind of car did you get?
A brand new Honda CRV.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2021.
Must be nice. What happened to that lady? Did she like call? Did
She
like,
totaled her car,
totaled her
but she
car.
only had a scratch on her leg. But she admitted that she did not even see the red light. She was on her phone. So we need to stay off of our phones while we're driving.
Exactly. And I was actually on my way up here, and I heard on the radio it says the one leading cause of major accidents is distracted driving with your phone. And I was like, well, let me tell Alfonso. Let me text him real quick and tell him I'm on my way.
Let me get distracted and drive.
Yeah, dude.
Because he's texting me right now.
Yeah, but it's like this lady running the red light, hitting her. It's just at the end of the day, dude, you can't do anything, right? You're the one going through the green light. There's really nothing preventative you can do because all you can do is just be a defensive driver, man. When you're out there driving, it's like.
But even then, that's not even good enough.
It's not. Yeah,
No.
that's why it's like because you can't control other people.
Was it
you
an
know?
older lady or was it a younger lady or mid-aged
She was
lady?
like, I don't know, 43-ish.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe she was. Yeah, she wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
all.
and it was like I told because when I was on the phone with her and she was talking to me saying that she was in a lot of pain, the lady showed up who was I was like, dude, Jacqueline, that was like your angel taking care of you, you know? And I was telling her, I was like, ma'am, don't let her fall asleep. Just don't let her go unconscious. I was like, she's epileptic and she's in a lot of shock right now. And if she goes into a seizure, this would make it a million times worse, you know? So she took that, and I guess she thought that she had a seizure, so she relayed the same thing to the people in the ambulance, you know? So she got into it with the lady.
I did.
I didn't have a seizure.
She was like, oh, so this accident is from a seizure? And I was like, no, you're not listening at all. You asked me if I was having symptoms, and I said, yes, after the accident, I was having the symptoms that I have before I have a seizure.
Oh, so the lady...
The head tingling.
Yeah.
And,
so the lady that it was helping you was asking questions?
That was whenever I got into the ambulance.
Or was it... So the lady that was helping you was the one person that's telling you, lady, it's not the lady who hit you.
Right. No.
I
I didn't get to know. I didn't get to see her or anything at all because they put me on the gurney to put me.
And you said this was in where? Saginaw?
No. Fort Worth. Like the Alliance area.
Okay.
35.
Last time I got into an accident in Saginaw, my ass ended up on Judge Judy.
I heard about that.
I was off of, right off of, what's the main street of Saginaw, Main?
Yeah.
And then I think it's that one street. It was like a Valero. I don't know if the Valero is still there. It's a Valero. It's like in between a Sonic and it's like this one street.
Oh, okay, by Taco Casa and all of that.
Exactly. And it was we were on that street, and it's just a one-way street. You turn, and then that's when I got hit by a couple of teenagers. And then a month later, I'm on Judge Judy.
You know what's funny about that I just remembered right now? You've been talking so much shit about In-N-Out, but this trip in particular, he's like, oh, you know what's the first thing that I do when I get out to California? I'm gonna have In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Did you have In-N-Out?
I mean, this was before I turned into the Waterberg goon. Okay, this was back in 2007. You know?
Oh, okay.
So, I think they're both great.
No.
Yeah.
Don't say that. You're gonna learn real fast on the show that those do not go in the same sentence.
Yeah, they do. Animal style fries,
somebody,
baby.
Somebody told me that it tastes a lot better in California than it does in Texas.
It's the same.
It's both disgusting. Okay, cool. No.
They give the best service though. They really. I mean, I like the. It's backed up for forever.
Is it like
Chick-fil-A?
Really good? Now, if Chick-fil-A and Whataburger like somehow connected together and had the same service, like Whataburger had Chick-fil-A service, it'd be unstoppable.
No, I mean, like, you're right. If you took a page out of Chick-fil-A's book and made Whataburger like consistent, then yeah, it would be great.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it tastes good. It's so great. And there's times I want to fight the employees, but I can't argue with the taste.
That's the reason why In-N-Out is they have great services because they pay these people quite a bit of money. You have to go to In-N-Out college, and you got to go do all that stuff.
Then why is the burgers like this? Because they spend so much money on the employees that they don't allow the burgers to get any bigger.
No, they just because they're that good, man. You don't want to overdo it, bro.
Well, Jacqueline, I'm glad that you're okay. And the day Alfonso told me, we were just kind of like all worried about you. I'm like, wow.
Thank you.
So,
yeah,
glad you're okay. You got a new car out of it,
Yeah. That's super nice, man.
Really?
Yeah. Full leather. Oh, man.
So that other car that got egg, you're like,
kidding.
man, keep that.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was in debt with some cars and I was like, I wasn't praying that, when I got hit, I was just kind of like, I hope it's totaled. I don't want to deal with it no more. But unfortunately, I didn't get that luck.
She got lucky. Not lucky, but, they came back with like a bullshit
quote.
Yeah, bullshit quote. And she
didn't
fought
call Texas Jim
fought,
Adler, the Texas Smart Hammer.
No. I litigated for myself.
Oh, well, see, that's cool because I wouldn't know how to do that. We appreciate you coming on the show and sharing your story. And every time Alfonso says my girlfriend, now we know who we're talking about.
Yeah, she's here. Hey guys, we're taking a break to talk to you about Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Me and Phil did it. You can too. And the best part, it's free. Anchor hosts our podcast. And I don't know if you noticed, but we didn't start sounding great until we switched to Anchor. They have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast. And honestly, the best part is Anchor will distribute your podcast on everything: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money, guys. Trust me, Anchor is everything you need. Anchor. Anchor. Anchor.
The fuck is that?
All right, guys. Now it's time for some What the Fuck Is That with Alfonso. Now, these stories may sound crazy, bizarre, not true. We're just making shit up. But no. They're real. And what do we have today, Alfonso?
Well, we got a rapper in Spain accused of chopping off roommate's penis for a YouTube video.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking stupid, man.
Hold on, one more.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, dude. So the Spanish rapper is standing trial for cutting off a British teacher's penis with a kitchen knife as part of a consensual arrangement to gain views on the video, the amputation of the video.
Anything for clout, right? This is
my God,
stupid.
bro.
Like, how old is the guy?
He's a professor. I want to say this dude's probably about like he's got to be between 27 to 34.
Wait a minute. If he's that old, he must be stupid. Because, like, come on, man. Like,
dude, bro. So let me tell you, this story gets even more bizarre. It's like you said, anything for clout, and these two kids are definitely doing it for clout.
No.
So the Independent reports that Aaron Beltran is charged by Spanish authorities of wounding after police came upon the grisly scene in March of 2019. Beltran was living with an English teacher named Andrew Breach in Zaragoza, Spain. So the teacher proposed the video to his roommate and said, "Hey, bro, like I kind of don't feel like I'm a real man, and I kind of wanted to get rid of this thing that I don't need. How about we make a video on YouTube and try to get views?" And so the guy agreed, and he said, so depending on the amount of views that they would get, the dude would either get $240 or up to 3,000, depending on how many views the video got on YouTube.
Get the fuck out of here.
So, if you're going to do this, which you're going to amputate a dick on YouTube, how fucking retarded do you think?
No, don't touch me there. This is my no square.
No, the thing is, you think YouTube is gonna allow that on their platform?
No.
No. You're fucking cutting a dick off, man.
Yeah, that's stupid. Like, look, I'm not gonna have I don't use my dick, so why don't you just cut it off? Okay. What?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking.
And then the guy who okay, so whose idea was it? Was it the rapper?
No, not the rapper's idea. It was the teacher's idea, and he was like,
"What the fuck does he teach?
I have no idea.
How to be a dumbass?
Stupidity.
dumbass technology?"
Yeah. So when both men were in the victim's bedroom, Andrew tied his pajama cord around the bottom of his penis to avoid hemorrhaging.
Oh my God.
The indictment said the accused, who was sat on the chair in front of him, cut his penis with a 12-inch kitchen knife, which was never found because the accused got rid of it. Bro, first of all, I'm kind of like, what? Why do you need such a big ass knife?
I can't go through this story, bro. I'm hurting over here. I don't know about you, but when I hear about stuff like that, I'm just kind of like, oh, my.
I don't know about you, but I don't need a 12-inch knife to cut my dick.
Really?
I probably need like a 4-inch, maybe top.
I need a chainsaw on my shit.
Like, goddamn, dude.
And even then, it might break your chain. You better hope that hole is oiled up because shit's gonna make it dull.
Yeah. So then, police officer who spoke to the Independent said Breach revealed the scheme while he was hospitalized. Doctors were able to successfully reattach his penis, and reports claim that it's functional. So he didn't lose it. Dude, oh my God, man. It's like, when you get into this kind of territory, though, with like people that, you're born different, or you think you're born different,
you think you're just dumb and stupid, and you're just like, you know what? What are you doing today? Oh, nothing. Hey, you want to come over and chop my penis off? Yeah, come on. I ain't got nothing else going on.
You want to do it for YouTube, and maybe we can make some cash out of it?
You want $240? I give you $240 for you to.
I mean, as a rapper, what does that give you? Street cred?
That doesn't give you anything. That just gives you ugly ass looks. Like, what the fuck? I'll tell you what, man.
Hey, does it come to?
We can't say these kids today because they're fucking our age, so we can't say that.
Yeah, I know. Do you? Does that bring anything else to mind? Do you remember another rapper doing this?
No.
You know, it's what's his name from the Wu-Tang Clan? Chris Bearer. He chopped off his own dick while he was high on PCP and meth. That was back in 2014. You never heard about that?
No.
Yeah, dude. It's not the first time a rapper's cut a dick off.
Okay, first of all, I'm glad I'm not a rapper anymore because I would not follow that trend.
You want it?
No, nah,
You know, that off topic. R.I.P. Man. Another rapper died
did
recently. No.
Oh, I thought you said another rapper died from doing it. I was like,
No,
wait a
no,
minute,
no,
who else
no,
did
no.
it?
DMX passed away.
Arr, arr.
Yeah, man. Although I feel like he dealt with a ton of stuff throughout his life, right?
He
had a lot of stuff.
But I mean, it's crazy how we really don't appreciate the artists that we've had until they're gone, especially in the 90s. Like I remember DMX when I was in, school, high school, middle school, he was basically there. And when I was just watching like all the footage of him and I was watching like all the, memorable music that he's put out. And to me, I'm just like, damn, I forgot. He really was, he was on and popping. Like he wasn't like just one and done like these other rappers that are nowadays, but he was actually like, he had all kinds of stuff going. I remember a lot of his music. That's crazy. Like when they play it, it's like I know the lyrics to it.
Bro, it's not even that. As soon as you hear it, you immediately know who it is.
You already know who it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like
He's
even if
just iconic like that where you're like, that's DMX.
I mean, of course he dealt with a lot of demons,
Well, I mean, also when you're 13 years old and you start your rap career and your manager gives you crack to get you through all the shows, you think that's going to end up well throughout life?
Yeah.
No, man. I think he openly talked about with, his issues with addiction. And, when you start off that young, man, it's definitely not going to, it's not going to set you on a path where you can, and, I was listening to, one of the co-writers of Chappelle's show, Neil Brennan, he was saying that they were doing a bit and he came on the set, right? DMX came on the set and, Chappelle, I guess he brought his remote control car, DMX did. And, Neil was like, hey, I'll take, he wanted to go to the skate park because he wanted to take the car out. And he's like, I'll take you if you want. And, he did. And when he came back, Dave Chappelle was like, so how was he? And, he's in his 20s, right?
Yeah.
When this happened. And then, Neil's like, bro, it felt like he was a kid. Like he wanted to be a kid, like he was just like a little kid who's playing with his remote control car, and Dave's like, yeah, man, aren't we all? He's like, cause I guess he didn't get to have a childhood.
Yeah. A lot of these artists and a lot of these, celebrities who started off as a young, being an artist or being celebrities, it's kind of like they have like something wrong in their head where it's kind of like they didn't get to enjoy their childhood.
Yeah.
So when we see them, they're grown-ups, but in their heart, they're still kids because it's like they didn't really get to fulfill and go through their whole childhood.
Imagine, well, see, that's the thing, right? So like now even with social media, people get addicted to the likes, right? So we all get addicted to the likes and it feels good.
Not me. I don't give a
No,
shit.
imagine. Okay. Well, imagine though you're 10 or 11 and becoming famous at that age. It's really difficult to see people that become child stars and come out unscathed on the other side. I mean, like we have some pretty good examples now because Miley Cyrus, right? It looks like she's doing okay.
She's trying to.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell like she did take a crazy spin right there for a minute.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like nobody, or Justin Bieber too.
Yeah.
He was a child star. It seemed like he kind of went with his own demons, and then he seems like he's doing all right now.
The problem is that you're in the public eye, so everybody knows you're going through it.
Yeah,
So it's like you can't hide from it.
Exactly. And then
And I think that makes it 10 times worse.
We do get mad at like, oh, these fucking kids are fucking stupid. But it's like, bro, we were all fucking stupid.
Yeah.
The only difference is we didn't have 1 million people watching everything that we did.
Exactly, and we didn't have $1 million in our pocket.
Yeah.
So
that's
when you
money.
you can't give somebody very immature a lot of money because that's exactly, you're setting them up for destruction.
Yeah, so like this guy who wanted to cut his penis off wasn't even getting a lot of money,
Yeah.
and he was already setting himself up for destruction. You know, so I don't.
right?
I don't get it, man. It's this dude. Like, I guess if you can't afford to go to the doctor and get like a real surgery,
Yeah, just get it. Just get a guy from Spain to cut your dick off, and then I mean, obviously,
shitty ass rapper,
right?
Because I see the guy's name here, but I'm not even gonna say it.
What is it?
No,
Say it.
No, I'm not.
Say it.
No, man.
Why? It's
It's Lil Cut.
Okay. Ironic, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's enough time for us today, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast. Appreciate Alfonso, you bringing your girl on to give us that little crazy story. And
yeah, dude, I'm telling you, we've talked about it before, but she has to deal with it.
Yeah,
so,
it goes to show, man, like life is in a blink of an eye. You're here 1 minute, next day you're gone. And same thing, you know.
Count your blessings, man.
Exactly.
You blink and you're gone, man.
Don't be mad at everybody all the time.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all stop bickering. Y'all stop hating each other. Y'all stop holding grudges, and y'all just love each other.
Hey,
like
you know,
said,
real quick, 2 minutes. Like, I feel really bad. You know, last time we were on here, we were talking about police and how quickly. Did you see that guy who was in? Was it a Tahoe or something?
Yeah.
He had just purchased that vehicle, and the police officer pulled him over for having something on the windshield. You know, something hanging, which is a really dumb reason to pull somebody over.
Yeah.
And just everything that I don't know, you know, it's like, so what? You can't. It's not about complying or what, because this dude was complying. You know, he gets maced in the face. He's telling the cop that he's scared. You know, and these dudes are just like on a power trip or what? I'm like, it's just
It's America.
Yeah, I'm like, what? It's just. You know, and this is a side note. Your brother-in-law, you know, we were hanging out yesterday.
Yeah.
His brother was in an accident, I think. You know, the kid that he hit was another kid who was black. And the kid, after the cops showed up and, you know, once they were done, the kid came up to him and he's like, I want to leave, but I'm scared to go up to the cop and ask him if I can leave. And his brother was like, all right, I'll go ask him. And he went over to the cop and he's like, hey, he wants to leave. Is it cool if he leaves? And he's like, yeah, you're good. You can go. You know, but it's like, that's where we're living today. That's the world that we're living in today.
Yeah, just living in fear and not knowing the other person's reaction.
That is really fucked up.
Yeah. Like I said, man, just count your blessings and just take it one day at a time.
Yep.
You know, it is what it is. Well, sorry to leave it on the sad note, guys.
Yeah,
because fucking Alfonso. Shit.
I meant to talk about it earlier, but I forgot. And I wanted to bring that up just because we were talking about cops last time. So.
Oh, we were? I don't remember. That was like 4 weeks ago. Well, remember, guys, always keep those tacos hot and spicy.
And those beers coming. We're out.
Oh, wait, before we leave,
What?
make sure you subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Hit that subscribe button.
Bye.
Hey, will you guys let me know if this ever airs?
I hate goodbyes.
Get the hell out of here.
Bye, Felicia.
Think I'll go home now.